Hey guys, welcome back for another episode of NX tutorials. Today I'll be showing you how to use the mirror feature in creating a part. So let's go ahead and start off with creating new file. Click new. You want to specify your units. I'll go ahead and use the millimeters and name your file. And you want to choose your folder and click OK. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and create a block. We'll do a 10mm by 40 by 100 and click OK. Next I want to extrude the bottom edge to go that in the x-axis, so I'm going to go ahead and select the extrude. You want to make sure this bottom edge is highlighted with red. You want to select it. Now as you can see, it's actually going in the z-axis, but I want it going in the x-axis, so I want to specify the vector. You want a vector dialog, click here. You want to scroll down to x-axis, and that should take you to the right direction. And then I want it to be 50mm long, and I'm going to go ahead and choose two-sided. I want it to be 10mm thick, the same thickness as this block. And go ahead and press OK. Next we're going to go ahead and unite these two blocks. Now you can tell they're not united by these lines here. They're intersecting with each other. So we'll go ahead and you want to unite up here. You always want to select your first block that you created and then your second body. Click OK. So now you're united. Alright, the next thing I want to show you is I want to create a datum plane right in the middle of this block. So in order to do that is you want to come up here in datum plane, click that. You want to highlight this edge of the block, and then also highlight this edge, and that should take you right in the center of the block. This is going to be our reference line in creating a hole. So we'll go ahead and click OK. So now we have our datum. Alright, next we're going to go ahead and create a hole. Go ahead and create a hole. Want it to be 8mm. You want to specify the face. We'll select this face here. Close out. Alright, next I want this point to be right on this datum plane that we just created. So we want to highlight the point, highlight the datum, and you want to point on curve. And we'll go ahead and rapid dimension the edge to the center point. And we'll just say it's 10mm down. Click OK. Close out. Now your sketch, as you can see, is fully constrained. So go ahead and finish. Alright, so now we have our first hole going through the body, 8mm in diameter. Go ahead and click OK. Alright, the next thing I want to show you is a pattern feature here. This is a really useful feature that you can use. So you want to go ahead and click pattern feature. You want to select the feature that you want to do your pattern on. So I'm going to go ahead and select the hole. Alright, and then the count here, I want it to be 3 in total. So that's actually going to create 2 more holes. And then I want to specify the vector, the direction it's going to go in. I want to go ahead and specify in the z-axis going down. And click OK. Alright, and then the pitch distance, that's how far apart from each hole. I want it to be 15mm apart. and select OK. Alright, so there it is. Now we have 3 holes perfectly aligned in the middle with 15 millimeters apart. Alright, next we'll go ahead and do the edge blend. We want to edge blend this edge right here, and we'll go ahead and do this edge. We'll go ahead and give it a 10 millimeter radius and click OK. Alright, next I'm going to go ahead and blend this outer edge. Edge blend. I'm going to go ahead and highlight this outer edge. Now in order to make it uniform with the inner, you actually got to take the inner radius and then add your thickness, which will give you your final outer radius, which is 20. Okay. Now that should be uniformed. Alright, now we got the first half done. Now I actually want to make it mirrored over to have a U-shaped bracket. So in order to do that, you want to come up here, mirror feature. Now let's say you can't find it here, you can actually find it in the search bar. Just type in mirror, press enter, and that should take you to the mirror feature here. Once you hover over, it's going to actually highlight it in red and it tells you where it's at. So it's actually down here. We'll go ahead and mirror feature. You want to close out with the search bar. Alright, you want to select your features. So we got the first block. You want to select the extrude, the radius, the unite, our hole, the pattern, our edge blends, Alright, next you want to select the plane. So you want to come down here, select the plane, and click OK. Alright. So now we have our U-shaped bracket using the mirror feature. Alright, once you've done that, now you want to unite the first block to this mirror feature that we just created. So go ahead and unite, click unite. You always want to select your first block, and then you want to unite it with this. Go ahead and click OK. So now we have it united. Alright, next I'll go ahead and create a hole right in the middle. So the first thing, I'm going to actually create a datum plane. I want to select this face with this face so I can have a center line. And bring it out. Click OK. Alright, next go ahead and create a hole. Say it's 15 millimeters in diameter. We'll go ahead and select this face. Alright, so I want my point to be right on this plane. And I actually want it to be on this datum as well. So that way now our hole is going to be right in the middle, going down and from left and right on the x-axis. So go ahead and finish. Our sketch is fully constrained. We got a 15 millimeter diameter. It's going to go through the body. And it's automatically going to subtract since we're in the hole feature. So go ahead and click OK. Alright, next we want to hide everything else except our block to have a clear view. So in order to do that, you want to come up here in the view. You want to go to move to layer. Now instead of highlighting and selecting each of these datum planes, and the easiest way to do is you just select your block and then you want to invert selection. That way it's going to automatically select everything except for the block. Click OK. So we got 3 objects. And then we'll move it to a different layer than the working part. So we'll just type in 5. Next you want to say layer settings. Now you want to hide layer 5 by unchecking it like so, and then go ahead and close out. And there's our part. And like I always like to change the color, so Control J, select the object, click OK, choose your preference, like this color here, click OK. Okay, and there it is, guys. So in today's episode we learned how to do a mirror feature, we did the pattern feature in creating the U bracket, and there it is. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Until next time.